A very good morning to lecturer. Myself, Navitashini, daughter of Rajendran, metric number 221240361. Let's look at introduction. This assignment aims to help you understand my own cultural beliefs, values, and how we communicate. It will also show how these things can affect how we interact with people from different cultures. The goal of this exploration is to learn more about cultural intelligence, improve skills for working with people from different cultures. For thesis statement, this assignment shows that thinking about yourself and your experiences in different cultures is important for people who work with others from different backgrounds. It helps you to understand different cultures better. Now, let's look at my cultural background. As I say, I'm Navitashini and I am a Malaysian Indian. My culture is Indian. My family hails from diverse regions in India and we have preserved our cultural practices and heritage for generations. Malaysian Indians come from different Indian backgrounds like Tamil, Malayali, Punjabi and others. I speak Tamil. And in my Malaysian Indian community, we mostly speak Tamil. Tamil is not just language we use every day. It's also how we share our culture. Next, cultural dimensions. The first cultural dimension is power distance. India has a social structure with high power distance, which means there's a big gap between people with power and those without power. In many families, jobs and communities, there are different levels of authority. In idea of ranking levels is deeply rooted in Indian society. This can be seen in different parts of life, like with family, school and work. In families, older people are treated with lot of respects and they are in charge because of their age. Younger people listen to them. In Indian culture, there is a clear division of roles. The second cultural dimension is individualism versus collectivism. In Indian culture, the introduction towards collectivism is profoundly imbued in social structures, family connections and community flow. Family is considered the foundation of Malaysian Indian society. Decision making in Indian families tends to be a collective preparation. Major choices such as those related to marriage, instructions or career choices regularly include interviews with not only guardians but also expanded family individuals. Regard for senior citizens may be an essential viewpoint of collectivism. Elders are seen as storehouses of intelligence. Masculinity versus femininity. In the past, Indian society had set roles and duties for men and women based on their gender. Men were supposed to show traits like being strong, confident, and leading, while women were supposed to show traits like caring, taking care of others, and keeping the family safe and happy. In India, being manly means being confident and making decisions. More and more Indian people are realizing that it is important for men and women to be treated the same in things like school, work, and making choice. We work hard to make sure that boys and girls both have the same chances for education. More and more families have two people working, so people are thinking differently about the usual jobs men and women do at home. Many actions and efforts to support women's rights and help women gain power have become more popular. These efforts try to change and break down ideas. The fourth cultural dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Indian culture, in line with direct uncertainty avoidance, tends to display a certain degree of acknowledgement. This can be reflected in people's states of mind towards changes and instability in different perspectives of life, counting social flows, work situation, and interpersonal relationship. My culture empowers flexibility and adaptability in managing unexpected circumstances. People may be more open to alternating plans, procedures, or decides in reaction to changing circumstances. Lastly, long-term orientation. Indian culture has a long and important history that has shaped the way people think and act over time. Keeping traditions, philosophies, and cultural practices alive for a long time shows how important it is to save our cultural history for the next generations. Concepts like karma, what goes around comes around, and dharma, doing the right thing, are important in how people make choices in Indian culture. These principles tell people to think about what will happen in the future because of what they do. Long-term orientation means wanted to leave behind something good for the next generation. Next, influences in Indian culture. The first one is cultural pluralism. In Indian culture means that many different cultures live and interact together in the same place. India has many different religions like Hinduism, Islam, Sikh, Christianity, Buddhism, and Jainism. Every religion has its own belief and ceremonies and customs. Different religions living together in India have made people more open and accepting of others people's beliefs. In India, there's a lot of festivals that people from different religions celebrate. People celebrate Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Holi, Navaratri, and other festivals with excitement all over the country. As you know, it happens in Malaysia too. The festivals we celebrate together make us feel united and help us share our culture. The second one is language diversity. The ancestry of many Malaysian Indians can be traced back to Tamil Nadu in southern India. Tamil is very old language with lots of stories and books. The Tamil language is important for Malaysian Indians to keep share their cultural heritage. Next, values and beliefs. Dharma is an important idea in Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. Dharma means the right things that people are supposed to do. These responsibilities are different depending on your age and social status in traditional Hindu society. Dharma is about the thing you should do in your life. For example, the thing a person must do as a child, student, homemaker and someone searching for a spiritual answers, all a part of their Dharma. Then secondly, Ahimsa. Ahimsa is based on the concept of caring for someone. It tells people to be kind and understanding to all living things and to see how everything is connected. This idea encourages people to be responsible for their actions and to take care about the welfare of others too. Ahimsa is not only important as in Jainism and Buddhism, but it is a significant concept, especially in teaching forms in texts like Bhagavad Gita. Then the third one is karma. Karma is profoundly implanted within the philosophical and devout conventions of Hinduism and Buddhism. Karma sets each activity, thought or deed as a result. Adaptation. As a Malaysian Indian, it can be hard for me, but still interesting to adjust to different cultures. The first one is multicultural society. I have been able to learn about and enjoy different customs and festivals because of the many different cultures in Malaysia. The second one is language and communication. Malaysia is a country where people speak many different languages, but the main language is Bahasa Malaysia, also known as Bahasa Melayu. Many people use English to talk with each other, but different groups also talk in their language. As a Malaysian Indian, I used to speak Tamil, English and Malay in different situations. The third one is cuisine and food habits. Malaysian food mixes flavor from different culture. Adjusting to different types of food has been a part of fitting into a new culture. Cultural reflection. The first one is communication style. For verbal communication in Indian culture, people often use polite and indirect way to communicate. People might speak more politely and respectfully using titles and showing honor, especially when talking to older people or those in charge. Non-verbal communication is the way we communicate without using words, such as through body language, facial expression and gestures. In Indian culture, how you communicate without speaking is very important. In Indian culture, greetings may include physical movements like folding your hands together like a prayer this way. This shows that we respect each other and feel like we are in all the same team. Then the second one is conflict resolution. The resolution of problems within Indian culture is frequently impacted by elements. So the first one is collectivism, which means people work together as a group rather than individually. The third one is decision making. Indian decision making is impacted by a combination of social, financial and personal variables. The first one is family and community influence, and the second one is education and modernization. Then the fourth one is leadership preferences. In Indian culture, the way people like to be led is often shaped by their traditional beliefs, the way society expects them to act and how business is run nowadays. Firstly, respect for hierarchy and authority. The second one is relationship building. The third one is inclusive leadership. The fourth one is greatest Indian leaders. So the greatest Indian leader, for example, is Mahatma Gandhi. Next, cultural self-awareness. Understanding and being aware of different cultures is very important for managing people from different backgrounds well. For action plan, this action plan lists the things we can do better understand and appreciate Indian culture. It includes strategies for self-reflection and improving our cultural awareness. In conclusion, reflecting on and observing Indian culture has deepened our comprehension of it. We learn about communication, how people organized and the importance of relationship. This journey of finding myself has shown how important it is to understand my own culture, especially when dealing with different cultures in management. One important thing we learn is that in Indian culture, working together and depending on each other is more important than doing things alone. Furthermore, in Indian society, it is very important to respect authority and elders because of the way the society is structured. Understanding and dealing with this social system is important for getting along with people from different cultures. Creating and keeping good relationship with other people is really important for working together and doing business well. Building trust and good relationship take time. It's important to recognize the work put into getting along with people from different cultures in order to manage effectively. Thank you so much.